Good morning, boys and girls. It's me, Miss Messie. And I came back today because I wanted to share another letter with you, boys and girls. I had so much fun yesterday talking about the letter A and the sounds that the letter A makes that I couldn't wait to come back today with you and talk to you about the letter B and the sounds that letter B makes. So while I was here, kind of a little bit bored last night, I went around to see what I could find that I could get into, and I found this wonderful Get Messy apron. And I thought it would be perfect to wear today on our little adventure. So, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our video yesterday. I posted it as soon as I was finished because I was so excited for all the boys and girls to see it. So, thank you. All right, so like I said, we're going to be talking about the letter B today. And I got all my mystery box brought with me again. And Mr. Leapfrog is here to help us again. So, we are going to be doing all the same things we did in our last video. Now, So guess what? I have so many things in my mystery box today that Mr. Leapfrog couldn't even fit in there. See? It's so full. I have lots of B words in there and I can't wait to share them with you. So let's see what Mr. Leapfrog has to say to us today.
Press a letter tile into the apple.
Here's the letter B.
B. B says B. B says B. Every letter makes the sound. B says B.
Did you hear that? B says B. Oh, what a great sound. B says B. So I thought that I would bring a blue marker today to show you boys and girls how to draw an uppercase letter B and a lowercase letter B. And I know sometimes...
Press a letter tile into the apple.
Leapfrog is still talking to us. I know that sometimes we might get a little mixed up in our letter B's, our lowercase letter B's, and there's one other letter in the alphabet that reminds us of that letter. And that's a lowercase letter D. Sometimes we get them a little mixed up, and that's okay. We're all learning, and we're learning together. So to make an uppercase letter B, we just need to make a stick to start us off. So we make a tall stick. I hope you can see that, boys and girls. And then we put a little tiny bump on the top because the top of a letter B has a smaller bump than the bottom of a letter B. And then we put a bigger bump on the bottom. B. Wow, that is a great letter B. Now, to make a lowercase letter B, you do the same thing. You make a tall stick. It's important that you make a tall stick. Okay, and then we make a circle. B, and B says B. I want to hear Leapfrog tell us again about the letter B. Let's see. Let's hear it one more time.
Press a letter tile into the apple.
Here we go.
B. B says B. B says B. Every letter makes a sound. B says B.
Great job, Leapfrog. Thank you so much for telling us that the letter B makes the sound B. Oh, what a fun sound to make, isn't it? Okay, let's see what I have in my mystery box today to help us figure out the sound of the letter B. I have something that didn't even fit in my box, and it's one of my favorite B sounds. And do you know what? I think you boys and girls might know who it is too. Blippi! Do you boys and girls know who Blippi is? Blippi is a really cool dude, isn't he? He comes on YouTube as well, just like Miss Messie. And he likes to go around to all different really neat and cool places. He goes to visit them. I wonder, would Blippi ever come to visit Get Messy? That would be so cool. So Blippi goes to visit all kinds of children's places all around the world. And then he videotapes himself crawling in tunnels and exploring museums and playing with all kinds of neat toys. He's super cool. I know one thing. I would love to meet Blippi someday. So I had to bring him today to show you boys and girls that Blippi begins with the sound B. 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 Blippi. B. Excellent. Let's see what else is in my letter sounds container? What do we have here? Do you see it? A boot. Right. Boot also begins with the letter B. Oh, I have something super fun. A bouncy ball. 2 B sounds. Bouncy ball. And this bouncy ball has baby shark on it. Baby, another B sound. Oh my goodness, all of these B sounds are making me so happy. All right, what do we have here? Can you say it? Boat, correct. Boat. A boat also has a letter B sound. Oh my goodness, I have 3 more things in the bottom of my mystery box. And they are so cute. I can't wait for you to see them. We have a bunny, correct. A bunny. Oh, what a sweet little bunny. I wonder what the bunny's name is. Maybe we can call him Bob. That's a B sound as well, isn't it? And we have a bear. Wow, so much fun. I have one more in here, and it's such a sweet little mystery sound. Wait till you see it. Blippi, I'm going to hook you on here. Now, don't go anywhere. A baby. Baby. And baby also has the letter sound for B. B. I hope you boys and girls are all out there practicing the sound the letter B makes. That's a really important sound. We use those sounds everywhere. Okay, good night, baby. Good night, bear. Good night, bunny. We're putting them all away to have a little rest in the mystery box. Good night, bouncy ball. Good night, boat. Even though it's really not nighttime yet. And Blippi, let's say goodbye to Blippi. Bye, Blippi. Have so much fun exploring. All right, I'm going to put my sound box over here out of the way so I can read you our story for today. And the story that I chose for today has some B sounds in it as well, so you can help me spot them. This story is called The Big Red Barn. Did you hear 2 B sounds in our title? Do you know what a title of a story is? Can anybody tell me what a title is? Oh, I hear lots of people chitter-chattering. You're right. A title of the story is the big words across the book that tell us a little snippet of what the story might be about. And this story is called The Big Red Barn. So what do you think this story might be about? A barn? Yup. That's big. And what else? That's red. Correct. Big Red Barn. So we're going to read The Big Red Barn and see what happens to all the animals. So this book was written by Margaret Wise Brown. She is an amazing writer, and she writes lots of really cool children's stories. And the pictures are by Felicia Bond. So remember what I told you last time. The pictures are somebody who draws the pictures or the illustrator, and the writer is the person who writes the words. So Margaret Wise Brown wrote the words. All right, here we go, page 1. There was a pink pig who was learning to squeal. There was a great big horse and a very little horse. And on every barn is a weather vane, of course, a golden flying horse. Do you know what a weather vane is? Do you see this right here? This is a weather vane, and it has north, south, east, and west directions on there. And whatever way the wind is blowing, the arrow will point to one of these directions down bottom. So the people who are on farms will always know which direction the wind is blowing. That is a weather vane. Cool, hey? You just learned something new. There was a big pile of hay and a little pile of hay, and that is where the children play. But in this story, the children are away. Only the animals are here today. So you can see the big pile and the little pile. The little pile is much smaller than the big pile, isn't it? The sheep and the donkey, the geese and the goats were making funny noises down in their throats, right? An old scarecrow was leaning on his hoe, and a field mouse was born. Oh my goodness, there's so many exciting things happening on the farm. All of the animals are gathered around, and here's the scarecrow. He's there to keep all the birds from eating the crops. In a field of corn, oh my goodness, there's a little baby mouse family. Do you see them? And a baby mouse was born. How exciting. Oh, I see another B word. Do you see these? Butterflies. Oh my goodness. Cock-a-doodle-doo. In the barn, there was a rooster and a pigeon too, and a big white hen standing on one leg, and under the hen was a quiet egg. Lots of different types of birds on the farm, isn't there? There was a bantam rooster and a little bantam hen with a big clutch of eggs. Count them. There are 10. We should count the eggs. Do you think there are 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 eggs. Super-de-duper. Cock-a-doodle-doo. What says that? A rooster, correct. Moo, moo, said the big brown cow and a little brown cow. There was an old black cat, meow, meow, and a tiger tomcat, yow, yow. There was a big red dog, bow, wow, 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 with some little puppy dogs, all round and warm. Look at all the pretty animals on the farm. I hope the cats and dogs get along. Sometimes they don't, do they? And they all live together in the big red barn. And they played all day in the grass and in the hay. Oh my goodness, they're having so much fun together. All of the animals. When the sun went down in the great green field, the big cow lowered and the little pig squealed. The horses stomped in the sweet warm hay, and the little donkey gave one last bray. I think they're starting to settle down for the night, aren't they? They might be tucking into their beds. The hens were sleeping on their nests, and even the roosters took a rest. The little black bats flew away, out of the barn at the end of the day. Why would the bats leave at the end of the day? Can you see them flying out of the barn? All the other animals are going to sleep, but the bats, B-word, are coming out to play. Why is that, I wonder? Does anybody know why the bats are coming out while all the other animals are going to sleep? Does anybody? I hear somebody just said it. It's a really strange word, you're right. It means that bats are nocturnal. Can you try to say that with me? Nocturnal. Good job. I know it's a tricky word. So nocturnal means that those animals who are nocturnal will come out at nighttime, because that's when they hunt for their prey, and they sleep during the day. Yep, so bats are nocturnal. There's another animal, like a bird, that's nocturnal as well, but it's an owl. So owls are also nocturnal. Thank goodness we're not nocturnal. I need to sleep at night, right? And they were all night long sound asleep. Oh my goodness, all the animals are cuddled down with one another. They're all going to sleep and having a good rest in the big red barn. Looks like a very sleepy time at the end of our story, doesn't it? Only the mice were left to play, rustling and squeaking in the hay, while the moon sailed high. In the dark night sky. What a great book, The Big Red Barn. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did. Wow, I really liked it. All right, so now we have our sounds, and now we're going to make a craft. So I was really trying to think of something that would be fun today to make with you, boys and girls. Something that you might have the things at home, because yesterday we made a pine cone picture. So today, I thought what we would do was to make a butterfly. Because butterfly, of course, begins with B. Right, exactly. So we are going to make a butterfly, and all you need to make your butterfly is some paper, and you'd need a plastic spoon. So I have a plastic spoon, and if you don't have a plastic spoon, you can use a popsicle stick. That would work as well. Or you can use some pipe cleaners for the middle, or a clothespin, whatever you want to use that you think will work well. So I'm going to use a plastic spoon. I also have some paint if I wanted to paint my spoon. I'm not sure if I will, because I don't have a lot of time for it to dry, but I did want to let you know that you have a choice to paint it if you wish. I have a big bag of sequences, because butterflies are so pretty and colorful, aren't they? Look, I even see a butterfly sequence in there. And I have some construction paper, and I don't know if you know this about Miss Messi, but I love pink. Pink is my favorite color, so of course, I chose pink construction paper. Good plan, isn't it? So we are going to make a paper butterfly. Okay, so to get started, I have all my materials laid out in front of me. The first thing we need to do, like I said to you, you can paint your spoon if you'd like to. So I did paint one earlier just to show you. This one is a little bit of a dark pink, and because it's plastic, it kind of has a little see-through look to it, so that's totally fine. So I have a dark pink spoon that I already painted with some pink paint, and then I have a clear spoon. So either one of these will work. And like I said, my favorite color is pink, so I chose pink construction paper. Do you remember in our last video, I taught you that if you fold paper in half and you cut out a shape, it'll make the exact same shape 2 times? Remember? So I'm going to teach you that trick again today, because a butterfly has 2 wings, 2 sets of wings on each side of their body, and the wings are exactly the same. They're symmetrical. Do you remember that word I taught you as well? Symmetrical. That means they're the same on both sides. Exactly. So I'm going to teach you that again today. So you can ask an adult for some help, and you can fold your paper in half. If you can do it yourself, that's wonderful. All you need to do is to line up the 2 little edge pieces and hold it with your hands, and then press down the other side to fold your paper in half. Okay? Now you might need an adult to help you with this next part. What we're going to do is we're going to trace our hand onto our paper. So you're going to lay your hand onto your paper like this, and using a pen or a pencil or a marker, you're going to trace all the way around your fingers, and it tickles, it really does, all the way to the bottom so you have a handprint. Okay, so Miss Messi is going to do her hand. Of course, my hand is much bigger than your little tiny hands, aren't they? So you're going to have a really small wing, and I'm going to have a giant one. Okay, here we go. I told you it tickles. It's such a tickly feeling. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Okay, do you see my big giant hand? I know. Now remember, when you're cutting with your scissors, thumb up to the sky. Open, shut them. All the rest of your fingers fit into the other hole, okay? If you can fit all of them in there. So up, down, open, shut them. So keep your paper folded, and very carefully, if you're practicing, you can cut around your line, or you can ask an adult for help, okay? Whoever your adult that is with you right now, ask them to give you a little hand, because sometimes cutting is tricky. And you can take your time and cut all the way around. Oh, there I go around my thumb. And now I'm coming up to my pointer finger. I'm learning all about my finger families. And then I'm coming up to my middle finger, or middleman in the finger family song. And then I'm going down that side. And now I'm coming up the side of my ring finger. Yep, that's my ring finger. And I'm going down that side. And now my little tiny pinky finger. Wow, we're talking about our finger family today. We have a thumb and a pointer finger, a middle finger, a ring finger, and a pinky finger. Okay, so I have my big giant handprint cut out. And remember I told you the trick that when you fold your paper in half and you cut them at the same time? Let's see if it worked. Doo-doo-doo. It did. It worked. Wow. What a great thing. Okay, now, so I have my two handprints. And what do you think my handprints might represent on our butterfly? You're right, it's the wings. So I'm going to put my two thumbs, whoopsie daisies. I'm going to put my two thumbs facing up like this so that my hands are the same way on both sides of the wings. Okay? Then you need to join them together. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. I have some white glue with me today. And you can use tape. Actually, I might tape the wings just to make them a little bit sturdier. And that's fine. I'm going to put the tape on the back because that's where I'm going to put my... Okay, so I put the tape on the back of my wings. And maybe I'll put a little bit of glue in underneath the front so it holds. And white glue takes a little bit to dry. Okay, good. So now I have my wings stuck together. Now you get to decorate your wings. And do you remember what I said, that butterflies have the same decorations on both sides? So that's what you want to try to do. You want to try to make your wings symmetrical. So I'm going to use some sequences that I have here. The only thing is I have to make sure I find the same one for both sides. The best that I can. And that might not be a very easy thing to do. I found two green circly ones that are quite shimmery and shiny. So I can stick those on. So I'm going to use my glue and make a dot in around the same spot on each side of my wing. And I'm going to glue those on. And then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay? And if you don't have sequences at home, that's totally okay. You can use markers too. I have some markers here in a bag. Maybe I can draw a little design on each side. Maybe a heart. Because I really like hearts, and hearts are another symmetrical shape. When you fold a heart in half, it's the same on each side. They're a little bit tricky to draw, of course. Okay, here we go. Two little hearts on each side. Wow, it's really coming together, isn't it? Now, let's see what else I can find in here in my big bag of glittery fun shapes. There's feathers and there's flowers. And like I said, if you can't find two that match, that's fine. You just do your best that you can. It doesn't matter. As long as you're having fun and you're making a butterfly with me, that makes my heart happy. Did anybody ever say that to you before? That when you do nice things or kind things, it makes their heart happy? Miss Messy really likes when our friends do nice things with one another. It makes my heart super happy, and it makes my heart smile. And it's really important to learn to do nice things. Because being a kind friend, it's such a wonderful thing. Miss Messy always tries to be kind to her friends. I know sometimes it's a little bit hard if you don't always agree on the same things, you and your friend. That can make things a little tricky, and that's okay. But you need to try your best all the time to be as kind as you can. Right? Okay, I'm going to stick on this blue sequence. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next. Now, you can decorate your butterfly wings with whatever you want. Maybe you have glitter. Maybe you have pom-poms. They'd be fun. Maybe you have feathers that you can put on your butterfly wings. Maybe you just want to draw swirlies and designs. And that's fine too. So, Miss Messy is going to show you now what I'm going to leave my butterfly wings looking like. Oh, wow, super pretty. So, like I said before, I have two spoons. This one is painted and this one is not. So I'll use my painted one just because I love pink. And I also have some googly eyes. Some little googly eye friends that I'm going to stick on as the eyes for my butterfly. So I'm going to use my white glue, and they might need a second to dry. So don't worry about that. And if a mom or dad or an adult can help you, they might be able to use a hot glue gun and hot glue them on for you, because then they'll stick better, won't they? Okay, mine might need a second to dry, but I can just kind of show you there. It looks like a caterpillar face, doesn't it? I can probably draw a little mouth on there after. Now, butterflies also have their antennae that come up from their heads. So I have a pipe cleaner that I'm going to fold in half, so it's the same on both sides, like this. And I'm going to show you a little trick, because this piece is going to be wrapped around my spoon, okay? This piece I wanted to curl, so I'm going to use my pin, and I'm going to wrap my pipe cleaner around my pen like that. Okay, and then when I take it off, look, it's like a spiral. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And don't worry if you're not really good at this part. It takes a lot of practice. Miss Messy has been twirling pipe cleaners for years. Okay, look, that looks cool, doesn't it? Awesome. And so now I'm going to attach them to the back of my spoon. Now I'm going to use a little bit of tape, and hopefully they stay in place, because I didn't want to heat up my hot glue gun today. Oh, super sweet. All right, now I'm going to use my black marker and draw a little mouth on my butterfly, because my butterfly is so happy to be here at Get Messy today. And now I'm going to tape her on to my butterfly wings. And you can glue it, like I said before, or you can tape it on there, okay? Whatever you boys and girls want to do is fine by Miss Messy, because everybody is different and unique in their own way. Wow, I have a little butterfly. Do you know what? I know a song about a butterfly, and I'd love to teach it to you boys and girls. If you know the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, you know that song? It goes to that tune. So if you know that song, you'll be able to learn my butterfly song. Okay, so I'm going to teach it to you. So the first sentence is, once I saw a butterfly. So you guys can repeat after me, okay? So I'll sing a line, and then you sing a line and repeat after me. Sound like a plan? Okay, great. Once I saw a butterfly dancing in the clear blue sky. Through the meadow she would go, flying high and flying low. Once I saw a butterfly dancing in the clear blue sky. Wow, great job, boys and girls. You're amazing singers. Do you think this time we can sing it together? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Once I saw a butterfly, dancing in the clear blue sky. Through the meadow she would go, flying high and flying low. Once I saw a butterfly, dancing in the clear blue sky. Bravo! Oh, B-word! Bravo! Great job, boys and girls. Thank you so much for coming in today and joining me as we learn about the letter B. I hope you boys and girls had so much fun learning how to make the letter B. Stick down, little bump, and a bigger bump. And for your lowercase letter B, stick down and a circle for the bump. Great job. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to come back again another day to talk about the letter A, B, C. Right, and I have a new friend I'm bringing with me next time. Yep, she's a super secret surprise, and she's going to come and join me on our Miss Messy adventures. I can't wait for you to meet her. Okay, boys and girls, have a great day. See you next time.